It is a Kick in the Balls Monday, Freak Nation. Some glorious kick in the balls for you.
Glorious?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm all ears.
We'll get to those wonderful kick in the balls. More importantly, the Meyer Shank team for the Daytona 24-hour race that wrapped up yesterday afternoon had a major league kick in the nuts with their win in Daytona. A team that, frankly, the first hour, 2 hours into, Crasher didn't even look like they were going to finish the damn race. So what they do, they went out and win the damn thing.
They just won it, yeah. One of the benefits of an endurance race, such as a 24-hour length.
Yeah.
Yeah, every leader in the overall, many leaders in other classes had issues, and the cold weather, that's who needs to be kicked in the balls is Mother Nature. The cold weather was definitely the culprit. But yeah, awesome for Meyer Shank Racing. 10 years almost to the day of their first win in the Rolex 24. Pretty cool. What you drinking there, Ken?
Not enough. Yeah. I went out and hiked a little bit of Telegraph this morning. Mm-hmm. Feels good. Legs back in shape.
Kind of like that leg behind you?
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. And I promise you, she will still be standing by the end of the show.
Unlike Friday.
Mm-hmm. That was greatness. Richie, how you feeling right about now with your Los Angeles Rams?
I'm feeling great. I woke up this morning and I had to triple check that what happened actually happened. And in fact it did. I checked with multiple sources and they all said the same thing. They all said the Rams are the NFC champions. And I'm very excited. And I can't wait the 13 days until the Super Bowl. So that way Joe Burrow can get sacked 15 times. Aaron Donald can win the MVP. And the Rams will be Super Bowl champions for the first time in over 20 years.
Aaron Donald or Von Miller?
Oh, AD.
Okay.
Von Miller won his Super Bowl MVP. So
I know, but he knows what that feels like. He's got that Jones again.
It's time for AD to get it. He made the big play last night against Jimmy Garoppolo, got to him, and forced Jimmy to throw the pick. So that's what the greatest defensive player of all time showing up, making a big play. I'm gonna get so many people angry at me for that.
Just let him go, Crasher. Just let him go.
But
let him
the
go.
greatest defensive player of all time.
Puppy, monkey, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Will go down in infamy. Puppy, monkey, baby.
Why are we bringing that picture up? We need to bring it up every
should.
freaking time we do a show, right?
Yeah. Do you have it on speed dial right now, so to speak?
I do not. Okay. I should have come even more prepared to show all the video of Richie taking a very large grown-ass man dump on his Rams. They're garbage. They're hot garbage. They're garbage. Matt Stafford, 5 interceptions.
Right.
They're hot garbage. Going nowhere. Sub 500 team.
How's that garbage now?
Yeah, Richie. Jeez, man. It's like I'm teaching my daughter all over again with you. God.
Hey, it worked out well. I'm glad I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to admit I'm wrong. There's a lot of media members that aren't because they were the same. Like, I questioned Matthew Stafford at times this year too, but the national media way worse. The entire time they're like, "Oh, Matthew Stafford can't win a big game. He sucks in the playoffs."
Not
3 wins
this
later.
year.
Did you see the Fox crew? Every one of those happy bastards. Again, tell me, please, someone email, text, DM me the next time Howie Long says something interesting. Next time Howie Long tells me something that I don't know.
Oh, wow.
He's a good-looking man. He's in shape. He's older than me. He was a hell of a Raider. But, bro, you talk about maybe you should come work here in Phoenix and collect a paycheck like you're collecting a paycheck on Fox. Please tell me something I don't know, Howie. Anyway, all of those, I think, 5, either the majority of them picked the freaking 49ers. My man, Jimmy Johnson, who's quickly becoming the new round man of sound. I have no idea where I was going with that. I just saw Jimmy Johnson's belly yesterday. I thought, holy smokes, bro. You're on the boat too much and not on the treadmill, my friend.
Round
mound of rebound is
I know.
Barkley.
I know
Round
where
mound
you
of
were
sound.
going.
Jimmy Johnson.
And you're trying to figure out a rhyme to match a football commentator.
Yeah.
Former coach.
Well, Richie, I'm with you. A lot of those folks that were I don't need to go Jeff Garcia on this, but boy, was Mina Kimes right in regards to Jimmy G. Just look it up, Freak Nation.
Okay.
I saw a great statistic about Kyle Shanahan. The last 3 times he's been eliminated from the playoffs, he's been outscored in the fourth quarter, something like 52-0. Because remember, the Niners had the lead in Super Bowl 54. They lost that game to Patrick Mahomes. The previous time to that, Kyle Shanahan got eliminated from the playoffs was the 28-3 game with the Falcons when he was the offensive coordinator. And then this year.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
And the mistakes that Jimmy G was making towards the tail end of that third quarter, well into the fourth quarter, and it wasn't necessary. The Mahomes of the world and Joe Burrows we saw, and even Matthew Stafford to a degree, those quarterbacks under pressure are still all-world quarterbacks. Jimmy G under pressure was not.
Well, I don't know. You could say that for last night, but you look at the games that led that team to last night, and under pressure, he was great, especially fourth quarters, the season-ending game, and then just you name it, every other game in the playoffs. Last night, eventually that has to come to an end, and last night is when it did. But no, Jimmy G under pressure has shown that he is not too shabby. Just last night wasn't
Shown
one of those
glimpses?
times. Yes.
Okay,
absolutely.
but glimpses don't get you to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. Crash Mahone.
Got him farther than many other teams can say.
I'll give you that.
I'd say they won those games in spite of Jimmy Garoppolo. He had nothing to do with that win in Green Bay. That was all the special teams units.
Yeah, how'd that work out for him?
That is true.
All he does is win, baby.
Well, no, not quite that.
Oops.
Richie, do you have anybody solely you would like to kick in the nuts on this fantastic Monday here in the Freak Nation?
I have to think long and hard about this one here, because it was such a good weekend this weekend overall that it's just tough to slam anybody, which I don't really want to do. I will say though, I'll do this. I did my 10K yesterday.
Oh, I saw that. Congratulations.
And I felt
nice
like
number.
I got kicked in the balls yesterday after finishing. I ran almost 7 miles total, and my legs were jello. I could barely walk after that. Like trying to run after 4.5 miles, I could trying to lift my knee up to actually run it was tough. But I did it, first time ever.
Nice.
And it was a lot of fun. It's skating for Leighton, and
Nice.
so I'll do that. I'll just mention that. I don't want to. I'm in too good a mood to kick anybody in the balls.
Well, how do you feel today after doing all that? I mean, it's one thing to feel the pain right after and throughout the day of, but what about today after waking up?
Oh, yeah, I'm good now. I'm good. I think that just means that I actually trained well enough to prepare myself for it, because I feel great today. No knee pain, thankfully. I'm not that old, for goodness sake. I'll be 31 tomorrow, I think. But I'm good. I'm great. I'm in a good mood. Did it. Very happy.
Do you think
very
the
proud.
Rams
Very
won
proud that I managed to do
specifically
that.
for you and your birthday? Mm-hmm. They did. They won just for you, Richie.
I got a kick in the nuts, and I just thought about this, Crasher.
You just kicked Howie Long in the nuts.
Well, that's just, I needed to say that a long damn time ago. Because, again, we know how coaches come to Phoenix to collect a paycheck.
Brian Billick is the latest.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Richie, I am so sorry about your Sun Devils.
Dude, I don't.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Novak Djokovic. What a dumbass. What a dumbass. The whole
He kicked
COVID
himself
protocol.
in the nuts.
Oh, yeah, whoever. Just a douche. But thank goodness, because I didn't see it. Crasher heard it the same time I did. I know that it was a lengthy Australian final, but I had no idea it went over 5 hours with Rafael Nadal and Medvedev. Daniel Medvedev? Nadal was down, and then, of course, 5+ hours later?
Yeah, that's insane. Into the wee hours of the night.
Djokovic in your nuts. Good for you. You don't
Wow.
deserve to be a part of it, you punk.
He's still allowed to make his own personal decisions.
Yeah, he is.
However, when it comes to international travel, if you are not allowed admittance into a certain country, you better do what it takes if your sport revolves around that to do what it takes to get into that country. I mean, that was dumb on his part.
He was a douchebag before that too, because he was asked on multiple occasions about women being paid equally at major tournaments.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's one
And
of
every
those.
single time he was asked about it, he was just like, "Nah, they don't deserve it." So
He's one of those.
All right, then screw
yeah,
him.
he sucks.
Good job, Crash. Crash, you got anybody want to kick in the nuts on?
No, I already said the weather, but
Yeah.
the weather got its nuts kicked based on
Okay.
a successful race yesterday in Daytona, even though it was freezing cold. No, it was a damn good weekend overall.
You check with our group here. What do they have to say? Richie, do we still have a hockey team in Phoenix?
Yes.
Do we? Oh, okay. Has there ever been a
That's all
time
he's
that we?
gonna say.
Has there ever been a time that we wanted to kick a team out of Phoenix?
Ownership,
think-
yes. Team, no.
I'd say ownership, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the Diamondbacks right now.
Yeah.
And King
Collective
Kendrick.
paychecks, babe. God. What a money. Man, just imagine. You could.
Thank God for the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Man.
Yet we weren't saying that a few years ago, but hey, right now it's working.
And imagine being the owner of a team who's contending for a championship and your face is nowhere. You are nowhere.
Yeah, what's gonna happen if we're inevitably gonna get a Suns Warriors Western Conference final? I feel like everybody knows that at this point. That's the thing that sucks about the NBA is you kind of know at this point. And the investigation still isn't complete. Does Robert Sarver show up on that podium to get the Western Conference trophy?
And yes,
There's-
he does. Just he'll have a lot of
No.
booze to greet him. No, I bet he does. Why would he not? He's as egotistical as they come.
Well, that last statement might be true. But even those that know that they're human douchebags know the relevance of success. And for him to get up there and accept that NBA championship trophy, imagine the reign of booze and what it will take away from the success
Well,
of this
that's true.
team.
Yeah, that's true. You don't want that. That's a good point.
And this
But
is
again-
still 4.5 months away, so
Right.
there's probably
Sorry.
still developments to come.
Yeah, can a
It's been
reverse
it's
jinx
been-
work that long?
It's been very, very quiet on that entire front, hasn't it? I think last week, Kenny and I were talking about how the Suns put out a hotline number to call in
Yes.
for employees to blow the whistle.
Hold on. I'm going to try to pull this up, see if it'll come up on my Twitter today. It came up the last 2 days, and I want to know, I'm curious if you guys get it as well.
Okay.
Of course, now I can't see it.
It's okay.
It's a promoted tweet that I got over the weekend, 2 days in a row, and it looked like it was coming from an ESPN source. But basically what it said was, ESPN readers do not believe there's any smoke to the Suns investigation, or there's no smoke or no fire, or whatever the heck it said.
Got it.
I'm still trying to look for it. Have you guys not seen that?
It's a promoted tweet.
Huh? When I saw it was promoted, I'm like, "Pfft, either somebody's trying to get a smoke screen out there themselves. Yeah, I still can't find it. Dang it. Or somebody's trying to cover something up. But yeah, it basically said, Suns fans, ESPN readers, Suns fans do not believe that there is much going on with the Sarver investigation. Yeah, whatever.
Got us a hotline.
Yeah. Dang it. Come on. Show back up. Show back up for me. And it's not.
And my hair color is really showing up.
Well, you did. You colored it over the weekend.
It did. Did you notice it, Richie?
No.
That's good. Pretty good, man. His name is Simon Pagenaud. Him, Elio Castroneves, and a couple of other dudes kicked the entire field in the nuts for a 24-hour race in Daytona. He joins us next here in the Freak Nation.
Saddle up, lock and load. Let's move these people out! Star Trek Insurrection, rated PG, December 11th, only in theaters.
We'll get back to the video interview in just a moment, but with high gas prices holding steady, it might be time for you to check out Lucas Oil Fuel Treatment and Injector Cleaner. It increases power, fuel mileage. It's formulated for both gasoline and diesel engines, carbureted, of course, fuel injected. Are you kidding me? It's like a tune-up in a bottle. Just add it to every fill-up of that snappy car of yours. And of course, it's as simple as... You get it. Now, back to the interview. The Daytona 24-hour wrapped up yesterday afternoon. It starts Saturday afternoon, then 24 hours later, it wraps up on Sunday afternoon. Richie, when was the last time you stayed awake for 24 hours?
I don't think I ever have.
Really? Really?
Kick you in the
No,
nuts, man.
No, I don't think I pulled an all-nighter before. There's at least some napping involved at some point along the way. Maybe not a full, sleep, but at least a nap involved.
Okay. Well, thank goodness these guys were able to catch a few naps. I'm blanking on the fourth driver. We got
Oliver Jarvis, Tom Blomqvist,
Okay, Oliver Jarvis.
Elio Castroneves, and Simon Pagenaud.
Simon Pagenaud joined us last night on Speed Freaks, one of the four drivers, to grab the championship for the Daytona 24-hour with Meyer Shank Racing. And he joins us now here in the Freak Nation.
So this is the official unveiling of the Rolex watch for Simon Pagenaud. Ooh, baby.
Yeah, Simon Pagenaud, your overall winner for the Daytona 24-hour, joining us in the Lucas Oil Studios. And right now he is about to show us that congratulatory Rolex watch he's about to drop here in the Freak Nation. All right, let's see the unveiling, babe.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, because it's special when it comes out,
Yep.
Bam!
Wow.
Bam!
There it is.
How about that?
Whoa.
Beautiful. Unbelievable. Wow.
That's it.
So we only get
see it.
the few seconds to see it. We don't have too many seconds, or we'll too much
Everything
for the
that's
Freak
cool
Nation.
is rare.
Yeah. All right. There.
Well,
it is.
who's going to actually wear it, or is this going to go on your fireplace mantle as the actual trophy? I mean, what's going to happen to this watch?
I have to give it some thoughts. Haley has been trying, my wife, she's been trying to steal it already. I'm not even home yet.
I know, right?
So I'm going to have to think about that thoroughly tomorrow on the plane ride.
Hey, Simon Pagenaud, your Daytona 24-hour winner, joining us here in the Freak Nation. Simon, talk about the cold, the issue with being in a race car when it's below freezing. Was it a big deal for you and the rest of the Meyer Shank team?
Okay, so I'm originally from France, and in Europe, we do drive in when it's really cold and you go testing. We test in the winter. Sometimes it snows, and when it snows, we go on track, even with a Formula Seater, no problem. So when I was a kid, I learned that the best way to combat cold weather and tingling toes is to put newspaper around your feet. Okay. Yeah, because it blocks the whatever. Anyways, you understand. But I thought if I crash and the car catches fire, it's a bad idea.
Oh.
So anyways, I found toe warmers. So I used toe warmers for the entire 24 hours. It was so cold.
You did?
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh,
it was
that's
so
incredible.
cold.
So did you and everybody else, or at least the other drivers, Ollie, Elio? Yeah.
I don't know. I suggested they use the newspaper, but I used the toe warmers.
Whatever works. You guys are now the overall winners. That's all that matters. 60 in 60. That's perfect.
Yes, I mean, what are the odds for Marushek Racing? First of all, it's my first race with the team. They won 10 years ago, their first Daytona 24. We're number 60, and that was the 60th version of the 24 hours. It's incredible. 60 for 60. So very excited for the entire team. Obviously, starting with a new team and starting on the right foot like this is always super important. But the entire team did such a great job all weekend. They managed the strategy really well.
Well, you talk about managing the strategy, and frankly, Simon Pagenaud, your Daytona 24-hour winner, beginning of the race, it didn't look like you guys were going to be around for 24 hours. You couldn't figure crap out. When did the light switch come on, bud?
Yeah, it's difficult. This year, the series, the IMSA, they decided that we had to run a certain tire pressure level, and every team were being checked live by IMSA, and if your tires were under a certain level of pressure, they would pit you and have you do a drive-through. So that was a big penalty. So we started with the pressure a little bit too high, just for safety reasons, just so we wouldn't get caught, and just because we played the game. And then as we went, we lowered it to the right level, and we were able to manage that tire pressure delta. But yeah, at the beginning, it was a bit of a shock for us.
Simon Pagenaud, I go back with you all the way to when it was Simone. You were asking people to call you Simone instead of Simon.
Well, I don't know who you heard that from, but that wasn't me.
That wasn't you? All right. That must have been somebody else that won an IndyCar championship and won at Indy. So this Rolex watch, let's go back to that for a minute. You've raced at Le Mans. You've raced all over the world. Is there anything else that even comes close? I imagine you're going to be the hero among some of the guys on other paddocks when you go race.
Well, obviously, winning Indianapolis was my biggest dream as a kid, and I never even thought it was going to be something possible. Daytona is such a classic, even, we had some French reporters here that came all the way from France just to report on the race because the, endurance racing is so big in France. Obviously, that was a big race that I had on my hunting board. But the 24 hours of Le Mans is another one, right? So after achieving what we achieved today, certainly the desire to go to Le Mans just certainly grew even more. But obviously, my priority at the moment is still to win more Indianapolis.
So let's go a little deeper into that. Which is better, a swig of milk at the winning for Indy, or getting that Rolex on your wrist? Which is better?
Whoa, that is tough because it's not politically correct. But I would never. Let's put it in the right terms. I would never give away my little ring. Because to me, you're the fastest man on earth for that whole year, right? It's Indianapolis 500 is just, to me, it's just something special to it. The speed, the history, and the fact that it's for a French guy to win that race is very special because we're just not. It's not our culture. So I'm very proud of it.
Yeah, being the first one since Gaston, that's just crazy cool.
9 years. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It also helps to get your bust, your picture on a trophy that's going to be there forever. Everybody's got a Rolex watch.
I never age.
Yeah,
there you go.
But you're always going to be on that trophy for the duration at the same age you are when you won the race. That's pretty cool.
That's the disadvantage Helio is having because he's won 4 times and he's having his face redone every time. So you can see he's aging where, I've only won once. So at the moment, I'm not aging.
Did you climb the fence with Helio when it was all over?
I did. It was actually really cool. He said it to me. He said, when we win, let's climb the fence. I said, okay, climb the fence, Helio. If you say it, we're going to do it. And we're texting because obviously Helio was in second, I was in fourth, so we never saw each other during the race. But we're texting each other to give each other tips on driving and how the car felt. And at one point, we were like, man, I think we have a shot. I really think we have a shot. And that was pretty early. But we did climb the fence, and that was a really cool moment to share that with him.
Okay, that's interesting to me. You guys as teammates, as co-drivers in the winning car, you guys never saw each other because of your driver placement throughout that 24 hours? You never saw each other throughout the 24 hours until the end?
No, we didn't see each other for 24 hours, which is a long time these days not to see Elio for 24 hours. But since we're teammates, we see each other every day. But we text, and that's how we keep each other informed on the situation. But we did the same with the teammates with Tom and Oliver. We had a group text and made sure we were keeping each other informed on the situations.
Well, yeah, part of that text.
At night, I tell you, it was really tough at night on cold tires. It was it was so difficult. So every information you could get was helping.
Well, part of your text, I think it was your last text, at least that I'm aware of, to that driver group before the celebratory texts, were "Bring me that Brazilian magic, baby." Clearly that worked.
Well, Elio, he's just amazing under pressure, and that's what he does. And that's what I admire so much with him is you put him under high pressure, he does better. So I was like, hey, man, bring the Brazilian magic to the table. It's time. It's go time. And, well, he did it. I mean, I tell you, I was more stressed than he was. It was horrible to watch. Oh. Horrible.
Yeah, for all of you guys. Kenny, wasn't it Tom that said something like, I just have to go to the bathroom, or I need to go to the toilet, but I can't, or something like that? All of you guys were stressed outside of the car, not inside the car.
Right.
It's actually way harder to be outside the track, outside the car. It's very difficult to hold your nerves. That's for sure.
How difficult was the change for you guys? The body differences. I mean, Elio's on a good day, he's 4'2". How much of a change was that for you guys getting in and out of that seat?
Yes, we actually, we're laughing about this, but we're actually pretty close in size. But it makes for a very difficult seat because everybody wants to be comfortable, right? And there's always going to be one guy that's less comfortable. So what we did is Jarvis, because he's a full time with Tom, he did the base seat, and surprisingly enough, when I sat in it, I was like, okay, I can drive this. So I didn't have to make an insert. So our pit stop time were really quick because of that. And that's why I was after Oliver. And then after me was Tom. Tom would put his inserts, and Elio was using Tom's inserts. So that's why the rotation was that way. And it worked out really well.
So what about
Holy
Tom?
smokes.
Tom is his dad is a former world champion rally champion, and he came back at night and put you guys with a chance to win. Are you giving him a little extra, maybe a few seconds off of your time, off of your Rolex to
Can't rewind the clock.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, it's funny because I'm a huge rally fan, and we've discussed this many times. But after my professional career, I want to go and try to do the Monte Carlo rally. That's a passion of mine, something I want to do. So a bit like Jimmy Johnson's doing IndyCar right now, I want to do the same with rally. And we were discussing, and all of a sudden I realized he was Blomqvist's son.
Yeah.
I was like, your dad, the rally champion? He's like, yeah, it's my dad. I'm like, what? So I became a big fan that day. Yeah.
Holy smokes. Simon.
Hold on though. I don't see you getting starstruck by very many people. Was that one of the first times you've been starstruck by a teammate or a teammate's parents?
As you can see, I hide my emotions really well.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, I get starstruck all the time. But I've been starstruck many times. I met Damon Hill, Formula One world champion. I jumped to him and I said, Damon, I love you. I used to watch you on TV, and Jacques Villeneuve was a teammate of mine. I used to watch him, and it's I'm a racer at heart, but I'm a fan to start with. Originally, I just loved watching racing. I love to go and I just wanted to be a driver, but I never thought it was going to be possible. So I was a fan at first.
Well, Simon, if my math serves me correctly, your son Marley wasn't born when you won the 500, but of course was born for this Daytona 24-hour win. You gotta pull an Indy 500 win out now with your baby boy being born, Big Daddy.
Oh, and then to go with what Statman was saying, then you chug the milk in victory lane with your wrist having a Rolex on it, and there's the best scenario.
You got the ring, the Rolex, and another swig of milk. There you go.
There you go. There you go.
You gave me the idea that the Rolex might be his then, but. I tell you what. I said that's one of the first things I thought about after the race is how proud I was to have won this race and add that to the hunting board, and so my son can be proud of me later. That's something that's becoming a big thing for me and giving me a lot of motivation.
It is cool though to see the sons and daughters of drivers via social media and how they do get so proud of their parents. It's really neat to see the evolution of them when they go from babies to actually understanding the sport and then getting into it themselves. It's awesome.
I know it's well, it's first of all the love is incredible, and I tell you what, I can't wait to see what my son's going to become.
Right.
Aww.
Well, where do you head off to now? Were you testing in Sebring with IndyCar? What's the next step for you now, bud?
Well, first of all, we're going to go celebrate the
Yes.
Daytona 24 win with the whole team. We're staying in Daytona tonight. We're going to celebrate it. And then, next test is Sebring in February 15, I believe, with my Shank Racing team and Elio. So I look forward to that because that'll be our last test before St. Petersburg, end of February.
Okay, hold on. I don't know if anybody knows this answer because you're driving the number 60 in IndyCar too, right?
Correct.
So has the same number car ever won both the 24 hours and the Indy 500 in the same year?
I think you would know that better than me.
Yeah, we got to look that up.
No one heard.
We got to look that up. Just saying.
So is the party going to be in Daytona or Daytona Beach? You're going to be out on the on the sand or where?
It's across the street. We're going to Miller's Ale House. If you want to join us, you're more than welcome.
And then party back at your motorhome with the fireplace. One of the fireplaces.
I
right?
mean, it's
seriously,
it's pretty nice. I mean, I don't know if you can see, but I mean, look at this.
Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
It's pretty cool.
Man, you sure you're not in a townhome across the street?
Well, it feels like a townhome. It feels like my townhome in Indianapolis when I moved to the US.
Jeez.
Just a little bit nicer.
Oh,
Nice.
Hey, is it sacrilege for a French guy to have American wine after a race win?
Oh, yeah.
No, hell no. I'm a huge Napa Cabernet wine huge fan, and actually I'm into wine, so the quality of the wine in the US is quite impressive. I must say the weather helps, but the engineers that design the wine, they do a really, really good job. No, I'm serious. They do an amazing job at keeping every bottle similar, where in the past in France, it was a problem to find the right cork that would keep the wine without air, to keep them all the same in every bottle.
Holy smokes.
There's your retirement plan. We saw Danica Patrick do it. We've seen Scott Pruitt do it. You need to just go buy some land in Napa. Your first wine would be Norman. Too late.
Too expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there is that.
Come on, Pagenaud's Pinot?
Pagenaud's Pinot. Ooh.
What?
Pagenaud's Cab.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Well, that would be Norman.
Yeah.
Wine not.
Good.
Marley's Merlot?
Marley's Merlot. There you go.
Dang.
Too. Yeah.
Anything else you need, just give me a call. Simon, we're happy for you, buddy. I think you know that. Thanks for joining us, man.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate
Absolutely.
it. I'll see you after St. Pete, I guess.
Yes. Look at that.
Go
wink,
celebrate.
Wink.
Yeah, wink, wink.
See you, buddy.
See you guys. Thank you.
Crasher with Simon Pagenaud grabbing himself a 24-hour win. We talked about it in the interview. 24 hours, Indy 500, an IndyCar champion. Imagine that Frenchie rolling over to France and winning Le Mans.
He's tried a couple times and not had success. And so, yeah, that's pretty much, I would assume, the next big thing to check off what do you call it? His hunting board, his bucket list. So we'll see. We'll see. Will he do it with Meyer Shank or will he do it with another team? We'll stay tuned.
Richie, what did you learn in those last 30 minutes?
I learned that the Rams are still an NFC champion. That's what I learned.
Weak sauce.
Yeah. I also learned that my roommate's 5-year-old daughter is really good at coloring. Look at that.
Wow.
That's badass.
Yeah.
She was like, "This is for you, Richie." So she drew this for me. Look at that.
Wow.
Isn't that adorable?
I love that.
It's greatness.
What is that? Is that Under the Sea, Little Mermaid, or I see a crab?
It's some sort of a mermaid with a crab. I don't.
Yeah, that's not Ariel. I don't know who that is. Nice though.
It's badass.
Yeah.
I learned that Richie's not a real man. Real men do stay awake for 24 hours, Richie.
I can't believe you've never had a charity event or something to require you to stay awake to raise funds for such and such. Never? Huh. Okay.
Well, why don't you stay awake for 48 hours until we do this again on Wednesday?
No, that means he would have to stay awake through his birthday.
All right. Richard C. Simmons.
Huh?
About to become a grown-ass man. Yep.
What do you have planned for your big birthday?
I think I'm gonna go hiking tomorrow,
Nice.
and then I might do some dinner with friends later too.
Sounds like a plan. They better be buying. You should spend $0 tomorrow.
Well, here, the thing is too, is that like one of my other friends, his birthday was like 4 days ago, so it's like a kind of like a combined birthday thing.
Okay.
You guys
then
just
it's
walk
Dutch.
around in your boxers together?
No, that's not true.
Okay. Hey, Freak Nation. Hope you enjoyed your Monday. It's a big old kick in the balls.